So I was adopted at birth. I never knew my birth parents from birth, or growing up, I never knew who they were or where they were or what they were like even. That caused me to believe that my parents that took me in were fill-ins. They didn't really, in my mind, they weren't in my mind the people that God had placed for me to be my parents. And so I never really looked up to them. That caused me actually to kind of turn to social media, social norms, culture, movies, stuff like that, to know what a man actually did look like. I turned to drugs and alcohol and a bunch of really bad relationships all throughout high school, trying to fill what I thought was supposed to be a man. That transferred into freshman year at college when it all became more accessible and the alcohol was more readily available for me, and I drank more than my fair share and more than I probably ever should. Then halfway through sophomore year, I started to show up to H2O every once in a while. Never regularly. I never joined a group that year. Just kind of showed up whenever I felt like, I really screwed up the last weekend. And then I started coming to groups a little bit more often. Then as I got engaged, I realized that I really needed to lead my fiance in her faith, and I had no idea how to do that. So her and I started reading books together, and one of the books that I kind of picked up was Wild at Heart. And that kind of coincided at the same time with the Samson series that was being taught here, which actually coincided along with the Man Makers at H2O. One of the sermons that Rob Warren did at H2O was, he talked about a bicycle where there are two pedals in our relationship with God, and one is hearing from God and the other one is responding to Him and moving forward that way. You pedal the bike in the same way. And so I couldn't figure out what to do, what my response to God would be, because I was clearly being told that I wasn't doing it right, being a man correctly. And so I'm recently been surrounding myself with better guys, better role models, better friends that can help me in my faith with God. And so I'm on this journey to manhood with all of you guys, and I'm excited to see where it takes me. My name is Fishbaugh, and this is my story.